Why would you take a sabbatical after 3 successful films?
3 more films, Faridun, and then they say, okay, he's not bringing anything more to the table. Why should I take him in my film? Because he's not the reason I'm selling my film. Same time, I was doing my sports. I also knew people say, oh, he wants to do sports. He's not interested in films.
Nandu Bhide, for the matter, the character that you had, it was as massy as it gets.
The one person who always says this to me is Shah Rukh. He says, "Tu kitna acha actor hai yaar, tu aur mehnat kar." Hello everyone, I'm Abhishek Bachchan and you are watching Bollywood Hungama.
There's one more this perception that so your last 3 films they've been big hits.
Yes.
Okay, be it Dhoom 3, be it Happy New Year,
Yes.
where your performance was appreciated really well. Many people consider that
Thank
it was the best performance. Okay, and then it was Houseful 3.
Yes.
Why would you take a sabbatical after 3 successful films? And Bol Bachchan had come before that.
Very good question.
Okay, the second thing is that since you're getting into other businesses, there is a perception that maybe you are taking movies slightly half-heartedly.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Yeah.
same drive that you had maybe in producing a Pa, maybe it's not there.
Sure. No, very valid observations. I was very aware that people were thinking like this. It's despite considering all of these views that I decided to take the sabbatical any which way. Because it was during these films that I realized that it's becoming too easy. I'm getting complacent. That's not what I want to do. I want to be there to make a difference. I think as an actor, if you're part of successful films, you're getting great money to do those films, and those films are with huge star casts where the pressure of delivering a hit is not on you. It's on a more senior actor. It's a very comfortable space to be in. So hence, your first question, why would you after 3 huge hits? I was very comfortable. I was just coasting along. I didn't come here just to coast along. I came here to make a difference. I came here to make a name for myself. And I came here to be recognized and accepted. Every actor does. When you fall into a comfort zone, it's wonderful. Like getting up in the morning, I was going to work, working with my dearest friends, having a blast of a time, making successful films. What could go wrong? I also knew at the back of my mind, if I'm just going to be coasting along with this attitude, 3 more films, Faridun. And then they say, okay, he's not bringing anything more to the table. Why should I take him in my film? Because he's not the reason I'm selling my film. I've got X star or Y star. He's playing a supporting role. He's not bringing anything else on the table. What are you adding? What are you contributing? I need to have that contribution. And that I was very clear that contribution of mine is going to evaporate after 3-4 more films of just coasting along. So I'd already started thinking about this. Same time, I was doing my sports. I also knew people say, oh, he wants to do sports, he's not interested in films. I was very conscious of that thought process, especially from the film industry. I was very conscious of people asking me that, why would you want to take a break? I was very conscious of the fact that out of sight is out of mind. And in today's generation, where the attention span is even shorter, 6 months is too long.
Exactly.
2 years is, an eternity. I knew all of this, but there was a lot more confidence in the actor that I knew I would become when I come back after 2 years. And I had faith in that actor. I had faith in that Abhishek Bachchan. I knew right now I wasn't the best version of myself that I could be. I knew after this period, I knew I'd come back a stronger actor, a more focused actor, and an actor who is then able to contribute something to the table. That confidence in that person who I aspired to be was a lot more than all these other things. But they were considerations. They were.
So, I partly agree, partly disagree, because I think Nandu Bhide, for the matter, the character that you had, it was as massy as it gets. The sort of response that you got in the theatres was something that was something else, like in terms of whistles, and you really got a great response to that. So, it entirely, not all the films is something that maybe you're not doing something which is different.
I'll answer that. I'm so glad you asked that. Nandu Bhide was a huge moment as well. And till date, kids come up to me and say, Nandu Bhide, Dimaag mein kide. And it's wonderful for an actor. I knew inside, and I felt bad because I'm immensely fond of Shah Rukh and Farah. I knew inside, and the one person who always says this to me is Shah Rukh. He says, "तू कितना अच्छा actor है यार, तू और मेहनत कर." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm doing it. You know, people are liking what I'm doing. That is the poison. Your films are doing well, people are appreciating what you're doing, but you know deep down in your heart you're not giving it 100%. Because it's easy. I don't have to work really hard. It's coming. Whatever I'm doing, people are accepting. So you'll start lowering your standards. Now imagine how much more I could have done with Nandu Bhide had I put in that more effort, had I not been that complacent, had I pushed myself even more. So that's the other way to look at it.
Yeah, because I think it's both ways, because at times there's effortlessness, which is something that's really the hallmark. Because if you put maybe too much of effort,
No,
then it
I'm not
becomes
talking about effort in that sense. See, that's performance. That's your craft. That's different. I'm talking about your approach to your work. You know, the preparation you do, the way you prepare for your job, the way you're on set, the way you work. It's, you know, like, I know for a fact. Take you for example. I've known you for over a decade now. I've done several interviews with you. Not once have I ever felt that you've come and you're like, okay, it's Abhishek, I know him, he's a friend, okay, I'll rattle off questions. No. You'll do your homework, you'll do your research, now you'll put out a tweet saying, give me questions, you will put those questions down, you'll say, okay, I want to ask this. You're doing your work. You're not being complacent about your job. You must be doing 10 interviews in a day. You don't get complacent about it. You treat each interview like it's your first one and your last one. Right? You're not being complacent.
That's what I've learned from Asha Bhosle ji.
But then, now imagine,
each
I was
song
saying,
is your
okay,
first song that she
अरे
sings.
फरीदून, no problem, I don't need to prepare. हाँ ठीक है, हो जाएगा. So it was a very personal thing for me.
I think that's a very interesting way of looking at it as well, because now the response that is there for Man Marziyan is something which is very, very interesting. The way people are responding to your performance is something. Yeah, I think a bit of a sabbatical always helps. It's the way you take it actually.
Hello everyone, I'm Abhishek Bachchan and you are watching Bollywood Hungama.